In the last video, we told you about the first step in your journey as a seller network participant, which is seller onboarding planning, the various steps involved in this process and the importance of each step. In this video, we will cover another aspect of seller onboarding that is important for you to know about to get started with ONDC. The part where you must convince prospective sellers to join the ONDC network. And we'll show you how to best approach this. The internet has completely changed how we live, travel, learn, and transact today, including businesses. It's clear as day that the future of business is online. For thousands of sellers still doing business the old way, the seller network participant could be the one to elevate their business to newer heights. How does a seller network participant convince these sellers to do business online? And why through the ONDC network? A good strategy to convince sellers would be to show them the opportunities for business that digital commerce has to offer, to show the benefits that the ONDC network offers sellers. In short, the vast potential for business growth. And smart sellers are already choosing e-commerce because that's where the customers are. An untapped opportunity for you, the seller network participant. And here are some figures that confirm this trend. India's e-commerce sector is one of the fastest growing sectors for retail in 2022, with a yearly growth of 21.5% and is expected to reach 7,480 crore rupees. For the 2021 festive season, Indian e-commerce platforms generated sales with a gross merchandise value of 920 crore rupees, a 23% increase from the 2020s, which had 740 crore rupees. India's consumer digital economy is expected to become a 1 lakh crore rupee market by 2030, growing from 53,750 crores in 2020, driven by strong adoption of online services such as e-commerce and edtech. With such strong indicators, it is clear that having a digital presence will add a new and effective revenue channel for sellers. It's evident, digital commerce or e-commerce is good for business. More buyers reached, more revenue, but why just look at trends? There are several advantages for sellers to consider having a digital presence. Here are a few. Increased geographical reach. For a hyper-local business, the buyer market will be way more extensive with an online presence. With more delivery companies joining the network, the delivery PIN code listings are increasing as well. These can be leveraged by sellers to expand their serviceability across India, unlocking limitless opportunities for business. Post the pandemic, there has been an increase in online spending. The spike in online shopping during the pandemic has not only persisted, it has solidified the presence of e-commerce as a mainstay. Consequently, it is crucial for sellers to establish an online presence, ensuring that the growing number of customers who shop online can easily find and access their stores. Digital store presence. Maintaining an online store is easier and more cost-effective than a physical retail store. It cuts costs on manpower, space, rentals, inventory management, and more, while helping sellers showcase their entire catalog with existing and new customers whenever they want to access it, day or night. An increased purchase frequency. With the convenience of ordering at home, customers now shop online more frequently. Sellers can leverage their digital presence to get new customers online and encourage their existing customers to buy more frequently. Over time, sellers can establish a reliable reputation and create a loyal online community, just like the one they have offline with their current customers. So let's say you explain the benefits of selling online to sellers. But then comes the next logical question. Why sell through the ONDC network when there are other channels or platforms already providing a platform for online sales? Here's how you answer that. exposure to multiple buyer applications at one go. A seller onboarded through ONDC Network is visible across all the buyer applications active on the ONDC Network. The seller does not need to get onboarded, learn operations, and manage relationships on multiple online platforms. Through single onboarding, the seller is accessible to all buyer applications across the country. Ownership of rating. Across shopping platforms, buyers give ratings to sellers and the products they buy. These ratings play a critical role in helping buyers decide which sellers to purchase from or not. If a seller decides to move from one platform to another for selling, he or she cannot transfer their current ratings to the new platform they have moved to. They are forced to start building their ratings from zero. On the ONDC network, this is not the case. The rating ownership lies with the sellers. In case a seller decides to move to a different seller network participant, the seller can still continue to use their accumulated current ratings. To know more about this, visit ONDC's Governance and Policy section on the ONDC website and read about ONDC's business rules explained in Chapter 2. A fair opportunity. Now, who doesn't want that? On the ONDC network, all sellers get an equal opportunity to sell to end consumers. The buyer network participants must disclose the measure or criteria used to filter or sort sellers. This is mandatory so that every seller gets equal visibility and opportunity. Sellers set their own terms. On the ONDC network, sellers don't just have the flexibility to feature across all buyer network participants, but they can decide their own commercial terms as well while choosing a seller network participant. Terms regarding order acceptances, returns, delivery, and cancellations. In case these terms are not in alignment, sellers can seamlessly migrate to another seller network participant while keeping their reputation and ratings intact across seller platforms. A cost-effective e-commerce value chain. With various aspects of digital commerce unbundled, sellers can focus on their core operations without worrying about other enabling services to complete the e-commerce value chain. For instance, marketing, logistics, and online grievance redressal. With several seller network participants offering a wide array of services at a competitive cost, this vibrant network can considerably reduce margin pressures for sellers. Know your customers. Sellers get to know their customers' data such as their name, phone number, address, mail ID, special occasion dates, etc., regardless of the buyer or seller network participant or whether delivery happens on or off network. This information is essential to build a relationship of trust and long-term association with the customer. To know more about this, visit ONDC's Governance and Policy section on the ONDC website and read about ONDC's Code of Conduct and Ethics explained in Chapter 4 and Chapter 7. To recap, in this video, we detailed out the approach you, a seller network participant, can take while convincing sellers not just to do business online, but do it on the ONDC network. We start by informing sellers about the current and future prospects of online business, highlighting trends that show the growing popularity of online shopping. Then we explain how the ONDC network benefits them. It allows sellers to reach multiple buyer apps through one simple registration, gives them full control over their ratings, ensures equal visibility and chances for all sellers, lets them do business on their own terms, offers a cost-efficient way to participate in e-commerce, and provides access to customer data for better understanding of the market. Sure, there may still be sellers with varied concerns during the onboarding process. How do you, a seller network participant, handle this? You can learn about that in the next video on handling seller concerns at the time of onboarding.